NBA players who did jail time. The NBA has witnessed a lot of tough players since the league commenced. Some of these players come from troubled backgrounds and have to overcome a lot of challenges before attaining stardom. So even though the majority of these guys stay away from crime when they reach the NBA, others still go through life as if they were still living in tough financial times. Today's topic is about those players who entered the NBA and found themselves in trouble with the law. Was it the stardom? Was it the money? Whatever it is, it kind of looks like some of them think they are free to do whatever they like. Having said that, we'll take a look at those NBA players who did actual time behind bars. Let's play full court, baby! Your go-to channel for the most interesting basketball topics. Sebastian Telfair. Born on the 9th of June 1985, Sebastian Telfair was a first-round pick and 13th overall at the 2004 NBA Draft, and a lot of things were expected from him the moment he joined the Portland Trail Blazers. However, he was not able to lock down a spot on the starting roster in Portland. This became the pattern of the American basketball player as he battled to find a team to give him regular minutes on the court. On April 20th, 2007, he was arrested for possessing a weapon under the passenger seat of his car, to which he pleaded guilty. Sebastian Telfair was sentenced to 3 years probation. On October 16th, 2016, he had his $50,000 chain snatched outside a restaurant. As it happened, a rapper named Fabulous was shot some minutes after the incident. The following day, Sebastian Telfair was summoned to a police lineup after a preseason game to identify any of the potential suspects, but he could not. On June 11, 2017, Telfair was in trouble once again for marijuana-related charges and weapons, and after being stopped by the cops, he was found to have 3 handguns and a semi-automatic rifle and a ballistics vest. For this, he was found guilty and sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. Caron Butler. Caron Butler is currently 42 years old and the assistant coach of the Miami Heat. He used to play in the NBA for the Heat as well as the Los Angeles Lakers and a few other teams. If there is any proof needed that someone can transform their life around from a tough beginning, then Caron Butler is that guy. When Caron was growing up, he was arrested 15 times before the age of 15 for narcotics charges. That's quite a number for a teenager. It was at a juvenile institution that Butler discovered his talent for basketball. He made several changes in his life and worked diligently to achieve his dream of playing in the professional league, even going on to become a champion with the Dallas Mavericks in 2011. Furthermore, he has grown to become a smart investor. J.R. Smith. Born on September 9th, 1985, J.R. Smith was a great talent in the NBA. He retired in 2020. He won the NBA Finals in 2016 with the Cavaliers. He has often been surrounded by controversy, with one involving a car accident. In 2007, J.R. Smith was driving his car when he reportedly ran a stop sign and unfortunately hit another car. One of his passengers suffered serious injuries, and in 2009, he pleaded guilty to the accident. J.R. Smith was sentenced to 3 months in prison, though 2/3 of the entire time was suspended as long as he completed 500 hours of community service. Luckily, he was back on the basketball court in no time. SHAWN KEMP. Born on the 26th of November 1969, the former Seattle Supersonics star was a huge presence on the basketball court for all the teams he played. The 3-time all-time NBA second-team member and 6-time NBA All-Star forward had an amazing career to be proud of. Even though Shawn didn't win a championship ring, Shawn's time with the Sonics in particular is what many fans will remember him for. Kemp's legal issues began after retiring from the NBA. On April 4th, 2005, he was arrested for possession of a semi-automatic firearm and illegal narcotics. He pleaded guilty to the charge after being formally charged. On July 21st, 2006, he was arrested again for marijuana possession in Houston. DELONTE West. Born on the 26th of July 1983, DELONTE had his NBA career between 2004 and 2007. The 6'4" player was apparently in a case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time when he got himself in trouble with the law. While riding his 3-wheeled motorcycle in 2009, the former Maverick, Celtic, Cavalier, and Sonic guard was stopped by a traffic officer. DELONTE West was reportedly pulled over for a traffic violation and was caught carrying a lot of firepower. He had a gun strapped to his leg, another tucked into his waistband, and a shotgun and a guitar case strapped right to his back. DeLonte West claimed he was moving those guns after he was told that some kids in his family had found them in his closet. He pleaded guilty to the weapons charges and traffic offense and was placed under house arrest and given 40 hours of community service. In October 2021, West was arrested for banging on the doors of the Florida Police Department and insulting the police officers while holding containers of alcohol. He paid $4,100 to have the case closed. William Bedford. William Bedford made a name in the NBA world being part of the infamous Detroit Pistons, a team that won the NBA championship in 1990. William Bedford played alongside all-time greats like Isaiah Thomas and Dennis Rodman. However, he only had a short career. After William Bedford left basketball, he had a problem with a narcotics addiction, and it got him into trouble with the law. The retired NBA player had been arrested multiple times concerning illegal narcotics possession, and in 2003, William Bedford was given a 10-year prison sentence. The one-time NBA champion served his time behind bars, and when Bedford came out, he tried to have a positive impact on the world. He now focuses on coaching basketball and giving back to the game that made him famous in the first place. METTA World Peace. Formerly known as Ron Artest, METTA World Peace is a former pro NBA player. He once admitted to drinking at halftime in the Chicago Bulls locker room before getting suspended in 2003 for destroying a TV camera in an NBA game. Controversy has occasionally followed METTA World Peace around, and the 1979 New York-born former NBA player was the spark that started the Malice in the Palace, which was a name given to the riot between the Pacers and the Pistons in 2004. METTA World Peace fouled Ben Wallace late in a basketball game and all hell broke loose. Right or wrong, he was made an example of and was suspended for the remaining part of the season, missing a total of 86 games. Later, he was arrested for domestic violence in 2007, serving just 10 days in jail, and also offered 100 hours of community service for his actions. Carmelo Anthony. Born on May 29, 1984, the 10-time NBA All-Star who played for the Denver Nuggets, New York Knicks, Los Angeles Lakers, Portland Trail Blazers, and the Houston Rockets. Carmelo Anthony has frequently discovered his name in the headlines. Sometimes it's for his charity work, while other times it's for controversial moments. In 2004, he was caught with marijuana, but charges were later dropped. On April 14, 2008, Anthony was arrested again under the suspicion of driving under the influence. He was reportedly weaving through lanes in and out of the traffic and not dimming his lights. The police department claimed Anthony failed many sobriety tests, and later that year the basketball star pleaded guilty for driving while impaired. The initial driving under the influence charge was later dropped, and he was given a year probation while also being ordered to pay legal fees and undergo community service for 24 hours. Allen Iverson. Nicknamed AI and the Answer, Allen is a former NBA All-Star and one heck of a player. When Allen was still in high school, he was present when a brawl broke out at a particular bowling alley. He was arrested and also sent to prison before he was acquitted of the charge due to lack of evidence. Sadly, he had to spend 4 months in the prison fighting for his freedom before it was granted. When Allen Iverson came to the NBA, he was a controversial figure, and in 1997, he was arrested for carrying illegal narcotics and concealed weapons. However, he pleaded no contest and was sentenced to community service. There have been several allegations thrown at Iverson over the years, but he has come through all of these accusations without them sticking. Jason Kidd. Current head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, Jason Kidd had legal troubles during his first marriage. In 1997, he was playing for the Phoenix Suns when he married Jemana Kidd. However, they did not seem to live in wedded bliss, and in 2001, he was arrested and pleaded guilty to several domestic abuse charges. He was fined $200 and ordered to attend several anger management classes for 6 months following the event. However, Jason continued to attend the classes even after the 6 months was over. Now, technically, Jason Kidd never went to jail. However, for a current head coach and former NBA player, and having had to go through a relatively serious court case, we decided to include him here, although we hope he stays out of trouble and never has to go to jail. We hope you enjoyed the video topic today. Subscribe to our channel, Full Court, for more interesting basketball topics.